Hello and welcome to the Funding Networks. It's our first live crowdfunding event for 2022. We are so glad to see that you've logged in to join us tonight. What a start to the year it has been. Nice to see everybody finding their way into our little chat room on the side here. Say hi, tell us where you are joining us from. I'd like to start off, though, in the spirit of reconciliation. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land throughout Australia and from where each of you join us tonight. We recognise their continued connection to the land and waters of this beautiful place. We pay our respects to all elders and ancestors and any First Nations people here today. My name is Jacinta Parsons, and I'm going to be your MC for this very exciting TFN virtual live crowdfunding event in support of 3 incredible projects supporting young people with intellectual disability. Now, if any time you are struggling with technology, let us know. Let us know in the chat room, and then the TFN team will do their best to help you. Hitting refresh on your browser is almost always the answer. As they say, turn it off and turn it on again. Now, tonight is TFN's, it's our 9-year anniversary. So happy anniversary to TFN. And together we have facilitated over $19 million for 431 programs through 138 events just like this. So thank you so much for being a part of our collective giving movement. Tonight is about supporting young people with intellectual disabilities. We will be highlighting and celebrating the life-changing work of 3 incredible grassroots nonprofits who are driving diversity, inclusion, and innovation, all whilst transforming the life trajectories of people with disability. Before we hear from them, we'd like to thank the Lim Family Foundation and Mutual Trust for their support tonight. The Lim Family Foundation aims to create opportunities for individuals and communities to achieve happiness and fulfillment in their lives. To set the scene for the organisations we're going to hear from, I'd like to invite Julia Lim, Chair of the Lim Family Foundation, to say a few words.
Wow, thanks, Jacinta. Hi, nice to see you. And thank you, everyone, for joining us at this exciting event. I can't believe how many people appear to be here, although that might just be my screen. Tonight, we want to shine a light on some of the innovative organisations that are working to create a brighter future for young people in Australia living with intellectual disabilities. Firstly, I want to thank the team at the Funding Network for putting on this event. I've been so impressed with the work that goes into finding suitable candidates to pitch and then preparing for this event. It is great to be part of such a dynamic process, and I'm sure we will see the results of this hard work tonight. I'd also like to acknowledge our other partner, Mutual Trust, and particularly Rachel English and Kira O'Donnell, who've been instrumental in setting up this event and supporting the Lim Family Foundation. Our foundation is passionate about improving the lives of the 300,000 young people with intellectual disabilities in Australia. Like many families, we have first-hand experience of how few opportunities there are when a young person in this situation leaves school. Sure, there are some work programs available and courses to do, but there's very little in the way of meaningful roles that might lead to a real career. Tonight's event is based on research by Social Ventures Australia that our foundation launched late last year. The Reaching Potential report amplifies the voices of young people with intellectual disability, explores how systems are letting them down, and identifies opportunities for government, philanthropy, and society more broadly to fill the gaps that continue to create barriers. We are really excited to have 3 great organisations pitching tonight who are already making a difference in this space. Importantly, they offer a range of opportunities, including the chance for meaningful work, as well as helping with important life skills, a key finding from this report. I hope that they will not only inspire you to support their work tonight, but also allow you to think about how you or your workplace might benefit, and I mean benefit, from engaging with young people with intellectual disabilities who are looking for careers. I really look forward to your generosity tonight, and I hope that you too can see the change ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Lovely to see you. We'll see you a bit later on. This is so much fun. If you haven't done this before, wait till you find out actually what happens on an evening like this. You're about to hear from 3 remarkable grassroots organizations doing incredible work for young people with intellectual disability. Each presenter will have 5 minutes to tell you their story, and then they'll answer your questions. Then we'll each have the opportunity to pledge our support. Now, these organizations have been through TFN's application due diligence and pitch coaching process and were chosen to present by an independent panel. And it's so great to see so many of the panelists joining us tonight. Hello to you, and thank you so much for your continued support. You'll see on your screen too that there is a place to ask a question. I think my finger is pointing to it. Luckily, I did my nails. If you could get you can actually ask a question there, and you can also vote on the best one. So get involved after you hear from each of the presenters. Now, after we've heard from all 3 of the presenters, we're going to facilitate live pledging through the chat room. I'm going to give you more instructions when we get to that part of the program. It's lots of fun though, so expect to have a wonderful evening. Let's meet our first presenter. Rollercoaster Theatre is an independent theatre company that is challenging broadly held misconceptions of disability. Its ensemble of trained actors was formed in 2006 to counter the lack of employment opportunities for people with mixed abilities within the arts. Led by a team of professional theatre and filmmakers, Rollercoaster Theatre's program recognises the social responsibility of art and advocates for the skills of all people, promoting social change and celebrating diverse perspectives. Telling us about the program is Sarah Sutherland, a trained actor and the artistic director of Rollercoaster Theatre. Please join me in welcoming Sarah to the screen. She won't know it, but you are getting screams from lounge rooms all across the country. Welcome, Sarah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jacinta, and thank you everyone for joining us today. To set the scene, it is 2022 and our Australian of the Year, Dylan Alcott, says this: I can't tell you how much I used to hate myself. I hated it so much. I hated being different. Whenever I turned on the TV or the radio or the newspaper, I never saw anybody like me. Rollercoaster is a company of actors with intellectual disabilities who for years haven't ever seen anyone like them on TV either. And after they graduated from training, found that no one wanted to hire them anywhere. There was no work, no support, no opportunities. They felt invisible because they were invisible. So together at Rollercoaster, we decided to change that. And we've been working our guts out to change that for the last 15 years. Starting with our first show in a tiny 38-seat theatre to an audience of family and friends, to entering our first short film in Tropfest, which is, if you don't know, the largest mainstream short film festival in the world, with a film that had a cast entirely comprised of actors with intellectual disabilities. It was a film with a wild concept. It had nothing to do with disability. That film swept the awards, came second out of over 450 entries. Our 2 lead actors tied for the prestigious Best Lead Actor Award, which they accepted together in front of a live audience of 15,000 people. So that little film made on the smell of an oily rag with a cast of people with intellectual disabilities has since been viewed worldwide by over 1 million people, making those invisible people visible. Visible to audiences wider than just the disability community, visible so that we can see their stories and hear them loud and clear, because visibility, really being seen for who you are and what you are beyond a stereotype of what you can or can't do, That is transformative. We see this transformation every day with people like Melissa, who has Down syndrome and quite crippling OCD. When Melissa started with us, she couldn't look anyone in the eye or touch anyone, and she had to do a 20-minute ritual before even entering the rehearsal room. Now she comes on time and is a big hugger, which mostly we really love. And Melissa says, in her own words, she comes alive when she's performing. You see, we've worked out ways that we can support and bring out the best in our actors. We work closely and carefully with them. We've created a community. It's a community where people are safe to express themselves and where no one falls through the cracks. And so today, I'm asking you to support our community and a new project that we believe has the opportunity to make a real impact into the lives of people with intellectual disabilities. And actually bigger even than that. This is a project that will work to challenge how intellectual disability is perceived society-wide. Because we're hungry for stories. And so now, finally, diverse artists are in demand, but our industry has no idea how to find and nurture them. We think there needs to be a pathway. And so we've created at Rollercoaster an on-screen masterclass series to be that pathway. It's designed to lead industry-wide change and to challenge discrimination using innovative techniques that we've honed over about 17 years to upskill our ensemble, collaborating equally with industry professionals, breaking down barriers and bridging the gap. Within the framework of the masterclass series, we're going to develop the script for a cutting-edge 12-part comedy series for television with content and dialogue generated from the participants. So it's their story from beginning to end, with them and by them. And we're going to record the process with a behind-the-scenes documentary to outline the way that we work, creating an essential tool to ensure that more people can learn how this sort of work can be done. Because at the moment, no one's attempting it because no one really knows how to do it. We do. But we need your support to do it. The masterclass series, running over a 3-month time period, will cost just $600 per person. So $30,000 will mean that we can work with 50 participants. $60,000 means that we can offer it to 100. That's 100 young people with intellectual disabilities contributing equally, empowered to feel confident and valued, both in the rehearsal room and in their lives outside of it. Because at the heart of the work we do is the power of connecting, of being seen and seen. Because who we see and how we see people matters. Dylan Alcott knows this, and we know this. So that when you go to a cafe, more about that later with Bianca, and you're served by someone with an intellectual disability, the disability is not the only thing that you see. Or when you hire someone from Jeff's company, you feel confident that you're not giving them the job just to help them out, but because they're actually highly skilled at what they do. And that's why we need to see nuanced, 3-dimensional representations of all people. And also because we don't want to see that token Down syndrome kid in the corner on the telly anymore. We want to hear what she has to say. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. And I always say this, but you need to read the comments that have come through in huge support and excitement for the project that you've just described for us. It's actually now time for questions, if you will allow us a little bit more of your time. If you have one, and I'm going to point to it again, there's a little ask a question area down the bottom of our screen. And I have so many to ask you, so you better get in there. Otherwise, I'm going to dominate this Q&A for you this evening.
So Jacinta's gone. So she will be back soon, probably. So just not to hold up the process, but to talk a little bit more about the community that we have at Roller Coaster. Roller Coaster was started by the families of our current ensemble, and we have new ensemble as well. So it was really born out of a desire for community. And what we've brought into that is hello.
Can I just say, I watched you pad beautifully. We can learn half that skill in any way, shape, or form. What an absolute legend. The show must go on. You know it very well, Sarah.
Yes, we do.
You were just telling Sarah about the family being such an important part, the family of the ensemble, having been part of the beginning of this story as well.
That's right. And just the fact that it was born out of Roller Coaster was born out of a need for a community. And so often people ask us about, being an arts organisation, which we absolutely are. We're really committed to making work that's not about therapy or benevolence, but can really stand as part of an artistic mainstream. But within that, we know that people so easily fall through the cracks. And at Roller Coaster, we're making sure that every person is really bringing their integral voice to everything that we do. And so we have a very wide spectrum of capacity, and we have a very wide spectrum of socioeconomic backgrounds in our ensemble as well. And so all of that has come to mean that we are a really close-knit group, but a group that's expanding quite quickly at the moment, which is really exciting for us too.
Great questions are coming through for you. This one, when does Roller Coaster hope to start this project if funding becomes available?
We'd like to start it in June this year and begin this really exciting process over a 3-month period where we run these classes with basically a skeleton camera crew, a writer, and our very well-trained facilitators on set working with people to really make the most of everything that they can do to teach them about camera techniques, but also to put them in a really safe space so that everybody can do the best work they can possibly do and really learn how to do that in an environment that's not terrifying or terrifyingly fast, as anyone who's been on a film set will understand. It can be pretty overwhelming.
There's so many great questions. This one from Julia Lim, who we just saw in her lovely home. Could this project be scaled up so you can run it in other cities?
We could easily scale this up so that we could run it in other cities. We could concentrate primarily on working all of the work that we've done. We've worked with groups, other groups in other, we worked with people from the Tiwi Islands using the sort of techniques that we use at Roller Coaster, people with disabilities. And all of the things that we do can certainly be transformed to other parts of both Australia and the world. Yes, absolutely. It's really
this one's possibly a tough one, but our last question for you, because you have had to tap dance as well as present today. Is there enough demand in the industry for 100 actors doing the training? Or how do we create that demand and show that it's just moved? But basically that, how do we either then, show that demand that audiences want diverse actors?
I think it's a really fantastic question. And I think for all actors, it is absolutely true that the work is thin on the ground, but people are looking for nuanced and layered representations. And so what we're trying to do with our series is to create roles for people to be in as well. Secondary to that, the work that we do, although it is using this as a framework, external to that is the enormous amount of self-confidence, of personal self-worth, of being able to express yourself and learn how you are in different situations and to make connections with other people, to sort of move away from the extreme social isolation that most of our participants at Roller Coaster have experienced, particularly over the last couple of years. So all of those things, I would say, are more important than anything at all. And the icing on the cake is getting work as actors. But may the work that we get out of our actors be the best work that they can do in the most supportive place.
Oh, I love it. And I have to thank you for actually hosting the show tonight. So we might have to get you to do that again.
Lounge room.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And I really hope that we can do some wonderful work in raising some money to help support the program. Thank you for joining us.
So much, Jacinta. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening.
Wonderful. And make sure you read those comments because they're wonderful. All right. How good was Sarah having to fill space? It's not easy, let me tell you. Now for our second program, Australian Spatial Analytics, or ASA. Australian Spatial Analytics, or ASA for short, is a data solutions company that's a little different. In Australia, the unemployment rate for people under 30 on the spectrum is 55%. ASA addresses this by harnessing the talents of young adults with autism to perform critical data services. Alongside the technical skills the team learns on the job, ASA provides wraparound supports like individual goal planning and social and life skills workshops. ASA currently employs 65 people, of which 52 are neurodiverse, 58 are under the age of 30. To tell us more, we have Jeffrey Smith, CEO, I should say, of ASA. Welcome, Jeffrey.
G'day, and g'day everybody. So what do you think when I say the words data analytics? Maybe the world's most profitable companies like Google come to mind. But did you know people on the spectrum can be great at data analytics? Maybe you did. I mean, it does kind of make sense, right? Autistic people can recognize patterns, concentrate for long periods, and many love technology. So why in an age where data is the new oil, are 55% of young autistic adults unemployed? That's more than 12 times this country's overall unemployment rate. My charity, Australian Spatial Analytics, employs 52 young autistic adults, and we're growing. We're not trainees, they're employees, paid an award wage. Soon you will meet one of them. His name is Blake, and he's our advocate for tonight's event. So our social enterprise addresses three super important problems. First, there is a clear jobs crisis for autistic people. A third of National Disability Insurance Scheme participants are autistic. So this joblessness problem, it isn't going anywhere fast. And second, the Australian economy requires 7 million data-related jobs by 2030. I didn't make that stat up. This country has a critical shortage of skilled data analysts. And third, autistic people can face communication and social barriers that put them behind the eight ball when they're looking for and remaining in work. A solution to this crisis is Australian Spatial Analytics. We're a strengths-based social enterprise, and we employ young autistic adults to do data analysis for businesses and governments. We're a youth-focused tech organisation who view diverse thinking as necessary for a positive work culture. Our team does heaps of critical work within these four walls. We map travel restrictions for the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, design construction plans for the National Broadband Network, and we measure pasture growth for our farmers. We're creating new, future-driven skilled jobs for Australia's economy. Our team learn from seasoned professionals to conduct highly rewarding and important work for our economy. Prior to our social enterprise, much of this work was actually offshored, but Australian organisations needed an alternative. And we are that alternative in more ways than one, because we address a significant business need by creating work and wealth for young adults with intellectual disabilities. Since forming in 2020, good year to form, we've made some pretty remarkable social impact. We currently employ 52 staff with disabilities. Almost all are under 30 years old. Most were long-term unemployed, and about half are in their first ever job. 2 of our team have given up the lifelong disability support pension to work full-time for us, and we've supported 4 of our team into other skilled employment after 12 months with us. What I'm trying to convey is we are changing lives. but we really, really need your help. Our speed of growth from 1 staff member to more than 65 staff in the last 18 months has been phenomenal. But it has exacerbated a critical gap to help our young team plan for their burgeoning careers. We need your help to fund the first year of a career coach. Many of our team now have the confidence, collegial skills, and technical abilities to plan for their future. And the career coach will directly facilitate these ambitions. This new job could actually be a promotion within ASA or a new role with one of our clients. I think it's a pretty sweet win-win for our clients because they get critical data services they need done now, and then they can openly poach our analysts and diversify their own skilled workforce in the process. So $40K tonight would secure a career coach for 6 months, and $80,000 will support 12 months. That's only $1,500 per cohort employee. Your money would directly translate to more stories like Carter's. Carter was 19 when I employed him, and I barely heard him speak for his first month of it on the job. But Carter was interested in my morning coffee run, so he tagged along behind me one day without me noticing. Now, for most of us, a daily coffee is a social experience that requires, little effort, but it does actually draw on specific learned communication skills. So basically, after I ordered, Carter went up to the counter and he said to the barista, "Coffee, please." They asked him what kind of coffee he wanted, which makes sense. He stared blankly at the barista and then rushed back to the office ashamed. Because Carter had never ordered a coffee before, so he didn't know. He didn't know because he'd never been given the chance to know. That was 14 months ago, so Carter is actually 20 now. He's our lead analyst for 5 agricultural projects, our top farm software performer, and he drinks a large latte. Thank you.
Oh, that's so wonderful. So incredible to hear the work that you're doing, Jeffrey. Questions have already started coming through. And again, to you, please read the comments because people are blown away by the work that you're doing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many people do you think, how many people will ASA benefit in the next 12 months?
So there's not many scalable social enterprises around at the moment. And so one great thing about starting this thing is it's in data analytics, which has got a pretty good future. And so we hope to employ 250 people over the next 12 to 18 months. And 200 of them will live with disabilities. But we can't do it all in one location. So we've just opened a second office, actually, due to our demand. And that would likely be over 5 offices with 50 or so in each office.
Incredible. Question here from Frank, who wants to know how many of your 52 autistic staff are working full-time?
Really good question. So we're pretty proud of this. The average hours per week, our cohort staff work is 21 hours, so 3 days per week. But we're in double digits now of full-time staff that are on the spectrum. So that's really great. That's a journey in itself, building up towards full-time hours. And it takes, it's a personal journey for each person. But we're very confident that we can continue to increase it. And to be at an average of 3 days per week per staff member is pretty awesome. We haven't had anyone fall out of work yet, which is pretty cool as well.
Is extremely cool. Imagining how diverse and complex the workplace is. What drove you to start this organisation is a question from Belinda. She said, "Such a great idea and fills me with hope for my autistic nephew."
Oh, Belinda, how long you got? No, I'll be very, very quick. Basically, I'm a data analyst by trade, and then I got sick of doing work that potentially wasn't so meaningful. So then I went and worked in disability employment services and started employing autistic people in my team, in the business intelligence team. And then a great organization that builds social enterprises called White Box Enterprises had this idea and a business plan. And I went, you know what, I'll be the first employee because I've got the background to do this. And yeah, the rest is history. It's been a wild 18 months.
Wonderful. And the future looks as exciting as your wild 18 months beginning. Thank you so much. It's always such an honor to hear your work and the stories behind it as well. And to you, I wish you great luck tonight. And I hope that we're able to raise some much needed funds for you.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for listening.
Wonderful. Jeffrey there joining us and telling us incredible work. Amazing. Isn't it wonderful? It's the best way to spend your Wednesday night is having this opportunity to know the incredible work that is going on around this country. So we've got one more to go. It's our third and final for tonight. It's a Melbourne-based organisation, All Things Equal, who are a cafe with a difference, providing purposeful, paid employment for people with and without a disability in a mainstream work environment. Built on the belief that all people should be able to find a self-sustaining purpose in life, All Things Equal exists to bridge the gap between people with disability and the wider community. Telling us about the program is Bianca Stern, Operations Manager at All Things Equal. She's coming through the vortex to join us. There she is.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I want you to take a second and I want you to picture yourself as a parent of a child with a disability. They've graduated school, been empowered to take on the world, and they have their whole life ahead of them. But realistically, where do they go? What do they do? What is going to give them their greatest sense of purpose? As a parent, where do you begin? More than half the population of people with overall disabilities in Australia, that's 54%, are unemployed. That's almost 2.2 million people. 2.2 million people that will never receive the opportunities that you and I have had. And some of those who are lucky enough to be employed are working in a sheltered workshop, being paid below the minimum wage, doing the same monotonous jobs for hours on end. Unseen, unheard. These numbers are appalling, and we need to do better. You and I, us, society, we must do better. And that's where we come in. As you walk into our Sunshine Yellow Cafe, you can't miss the hum and buzz of colleagues and community who love their work and love working together. You're greeted by Harley, who makes you feel like you're the only customer to have ever existed. You take a seat and you realize that this is no ordinary cafe. Ours is a cafe with a difference. We're all things equal, and we believe we are all different and we are all equal. We're a not-for-profit cafe in the heart of Balaclava, Melbourne. We provide purposeful award-wage employment, training, and work readiness for people with and without a disability, with almost every single young person in their first job, ever. We pride ourselves on bridging the gap between people with a disability and the wider community, and we absolutely love what we do. We act as a stepping stone towards more mainstream employment, providing our employees with the skills, confidence, and autonomy to take on the world, whether that's in hospitality or any industry that they choose to be part of. Since our inception last year, we've supported 3 of my colleagues to find more mainstream work. And they're absolutely thriving. They take less sick days, have greater morale, and make a better soy chai latte than any of their new colleagues. We are fast becoming an institution for great coffee and brunch with a greater heart, and we really want you to be part of our recipe towards more inclusive employment. Behind All Things Equal, there are stories of success, failure, and trying to find your way through life, whoever you are. Like Guy. I'll never forget the moment Guy showed up to his job interview for a waitstaff position in a suit and tie. This was Guy's first job interview for paid work at the age of 32. I recall Guy being overly shy and unsure of himself. Now, Guy is one of our most independent staff members. Or like Amy, whose mum was concerned the light would go out in her daughter's eyes, afraid of what her future would look like after graduating school. Now, Amy uses our cookbook to make meals for her family at home and is working towards being more job ready. Or Mitch, a 20-year-old who utilized All Things Equal to build a resume with real-life training and work experience. Last week, Mitch became our 14th employee. These are just 3 stories out of many in our network since we started last year. But do you want to know the most excruciating part? We have people like Guy, Amy, and Mitch on our waitlist who haven't been able to get these opportunities. Over 50 incredibly enthusiastic, committed, and capable people with disability waiting for training and work. That's 50 people that are trying to be part of a community. 50 people that are striving for a sense of purpose. 50 people that are relying on us for their first real-world opportunity. And we simply cannot meet the demand. But we have a dream that can meet the demand, and this dream will become a reality. The recipe is simple. An All Things Equal cooking school to provide further avenues towards employment, one meal at a time. Our cooking school was birthed during lockdown last year, and the pilot was so successful, we need to scale up quickly. Our semester-long training program run by our professional chefs is based around quality and equality. It provides one-on-one tailored support, training techniques from occupational therapists, transferable work readiness skills, and an awesome dinner party, as you can see, with friends to eat everything you've just made. There is absolutely nothing that tastes better than that. Our dream is to run our cooking school 5 days a week and to double our numbers, because doubling our numbers means doubling our impact. We know this won't be easy, but we're committed to seeing a society where people with a disability work in your local cafe, serving you your favorite dish. And we won't stop until we see more diversity in all workplaces. We've delivered a successful pilot program, and we're desperately in need of your support to scale up, meeting the needs of our participants and the demand of our community. $30,000 will help us cover the costs of capital refurbishments in our kitchen. $60,000 will ensure we offer a world-class training program supported by an expert facilitator. And because we did it during lockdown, we know we can deliver a high-quality training for approximately $3,000 per person per semester. The more money that we raise this evening, the more people with disability we can train and help to realize their dreams. We're on a mission to show the world that people with a disability are ready, willing, and absolutely capable of working. All Things Equal is leading by example. Your support this evening will make sure that our employees and cooking school participants are not just being trained by professional chefs, they're the next generation of them.
So exciting. I want to go and enjoy it right now. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Bianca. If you'd like to ask a question, you know where to put it, and support those questions if you like one of them in particular. I've got lots of questions, but we've already got one for you this evening. Do the workers achieve an accredited training certificate as part of the cafe work that they can take away with them to future employers? That's from Helen.
A brilliant question, and we are absolutely working on that. We are looking at partnering with an RTO to make this a legitimate program. For now, it's just about the resume building for us, but absolutely something that we are wanting to do. We were hit extremely hard by lockdown last year, where this idea came from. So we're sort of just working with what we've got for now, but absolutely it's on our agenda. And I'm praying that if we are able to raise some substantial money tonight, that will go towards collaborating with an RTO to make that a reality.
Wonderful. This one from Debbie, who says, do you also assist the young person to settle into their new place of employment?
We do. We work alongside the employers to help that person transition. We have had experience working with disability employment service providers who haven't been able to achieve what we want to see as a reality. And so we make sure that we can be that organization that can support that person to step into their next role. And if that means that we can support that person to that organization or employer to receive wage subsidies as well through a DES, if that's their first foot in the door, we're here to support that process as well for that person.
Wonderful. I might take your time for one more question. This comes from Alice Walter. Such high demand for staff in the hospitality sector. Can you play a role in creating pathways to employment elsewhere?
Yes, and that absolutely kills me. We're on a bustling street in Balaclava, and every single cafe right now is hiring for some form of staff member. And we've got 50 people who do want to work and who are absolutely capable of that. The problem is that they've never had the first foot in the door, so they don't have the sort of assumed knowledge that you'd be expecting from someone. They perhaps haven't had the opportunity to go to university, whatever it might be. So we want to be working, and we absolutely act as advocates and lead by example to people in our employers in our local street and elsewhere to really show that people with a disability are capable and actually can potentially be a better waiter, front of house person, back of house person, barista, whatever it might be, than any other person that they're looking to employ.
It's so exciting, and you will also see wonderful comments about your pitch tonight, but the program is so exciting. And again, to you, I really hope that we can assist in the growth of this wonderful program. Thank you so much, Bianca.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Such a lot of joy and excitement. This is what happens on a Wednesday afternoon when you get together in a virtual world that doesn't feel so virtual because everybody's in the chat box and it's such a fun. So innovative, all those approaches to building inclusive, fair, and sustainable societies. So this is the job. We need to see if we can work together to pool our resources and fund these fantastic programs in Australia that support young people with intellectual disabilities. So this is how pledging is going to work. We're going to hear from an advocate for each program. They'll tell you why they support that organisation, and then we're going to kick off the pledging. Then we'll open it up to everyone watching. So if you would like to make a pledge, what you simply do is what you've been doing so well all evening is enter your name and the amount that you want to the pledge in the chat box, and I'm going to read it out. And it's exciting, and I get excited. Don't worry if I miss calling out your pledge. We're going to go back through the chat box and make sure that everyone's pledge is counted. But I've got to tell you, I'm very good at this, and I will not miss your pledge. I pledge you that. We're going to go through each program in the same order that they presented in. So save your pledge until we're collecting for that particular program. And then when we're done, we're actually going to do a second round in case anyone wants to make any final pledges. All pledges are tax deductible, tick, and pledges can start from just $100. You can also text your pledge to the number that will be posted in the chat room. They're very good at this. Ready? See? Love it. We welcome contributions, large and small. The point is we get together today and tonight, and together we can make a big difference. And because TFN is a charity too, in agreement with the presenting organisations, TFN will retain 10% of the total raise to make more events like this possible. Thanks to the generous contribution of the Lim Family Foundation, the first $20,000 pledged for each program will be matched. That means you'll see your pledges doubled, which is unbelievably satisfying when we're talking about bar graphs, let me tell you. You'll see that on the screen, up to an incredible $60,000 across the 3 programs. All right, are you ready? Let's get started with Roller Coaster Theatre. Please welcome the advocate for this program, Andrew Tressida. Andrew joined the Roller Coaster Theatre Company back in 2009 and is loving every minute of it. We've got a video of Andrew, so let's hear from him now.
After finishing my acting course, I had no idea where I was going. I was watching TV a lot and looking after my little sisters who both have intellectual disabilities. When I found Roller Coaster, I felt like I belonged. Roller Coaster was my happy place, was my only happy place. Things are hard at home and where we live, but I always tried to get to Roller Coaster. When I won Best Actor for our film, it was like a dream. Roller Coaster is like a family to me. My Roller Coaster family has given me $500 to pledge.
Thank you, Andrew. That is beautiful to hear from you, but also an incredible contribution from the Roller Coaster family with Andrew there contributing. So you can see, satisfying graph, $500, which becomes immediately $1,000. Now it's your turn. If you'd like to support the program, please put your name in the wonderful pledge chat box. I read it. Nick Perini has texted in 250. This is where we say, thank you, Nick Perini. And then it becomes $500. That is so exciting. Popping your name and amounts in that little area there, it feels very exciting. You reach in, little tippity type, and just like that, it is here. There we go. Rod Chiapello, $300. Thank you, Rod. Careful with that. It does look like 30,000, but I will honor the decimal point. Proxy for Roller Coaster from Chris Franks. Thank you very much. $200. It's fantastic. And again, we see these numbers on this bar graph. English Family Foundation. Hello, English Family Foundation. Really good to see you in this virtual world. $500. Jerome Fink and Jenny Brigg, thank you so much. $250. Bruce Young, $500. Thank you very much, Bruce Young. $4,000 in total, which is very exciting. It is easy enough. And also, as we mentioned before, if it is something that you would like to do a little less ostentatiously, or, in this way, you can do it via the text message. John Grenshaw, hello, John, $500, thank you. Beyond Electrical Data and Solar, pledged $200, thank you very much. Helping Hand, thank you very much, $300. The Smith-Carrick family, always said, I love the Smith-Carrick family, $250 schmackaroos for us this afternoon. $100 from the Austins. Also love the Austins. Always say that. Helen O'Loughlin, $200. Thank you, Helen O'Loughlin. And great questions tonight as well. $500 from the Young family. Thank you. Joanne Parkinson Foundation, $500 schmackaroos. The Marion Nesson family, $250 for Roller Coaster. Wait, Mum says to double it. I love this when this happens. $500. Whoever your mum is, we love you. Matriarch of the family is always to be listened to. Thank you very much. Kevin Lee, $200. Thank you. Deb Knight, $200. You would think you were working together there because it's beautifully symmetrical. I wonder if you are. $11,900, which is always exciting to look over for. Remember that we are matching $20,000 per program. Baker family for Roller Coaster Theatre. Thank you, Baker family. $200. Mutual Trust, $1,000. Would love to see another mum to match. Let us get mums. Mums, the power of the world. Kamala family, again, love you. $500. Can't miss our chair. I don't know what that means. Oh, the chair. Thank you very much. I'm slow. $300 from Newbold family. Thank you. Oh, we'd love to double ours too. Another $500 from the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. That is an example of how you do it. You throw some in, you think about it, and you think, give it twice as much. Twice as much will go twice as far. $16,900 for Roller Coaster Theatre. It's a very exciting beginning. Remember, we will still double right up until, a total of 40. Is that right? Am I doing my maths correctly? Which is something too good to miss out on the joy of seeing your pledge double in the way that it might. $100 from Andrea Camustri. Thank you very much, Andrea. Wonderful to see you, and lots of lovely comments throughout this evening. $100 from Kirsten and Glenn Ferguson, a duo. Like it a lot. $100 there. And as you will see, you'll be joyful. It doubles on the screen. we have got new graphics. If you have been here before, you'll see that the Roller Coaster Theatre bar graph has been given its own, important place in the bar graph world. Belinda Thomas, do you know I have a Belinda Thomas that is my cousin? And I don't think you are, but we could be. $100. Thank you, Belinda. And then Belinda Lewis, as if she was thinking all Belindas should be here right now, $50. Thank you very much, Belinda Lewis. $100 from Julie. After one roller coaster, few years. Any matches who agree? Oh, yeah. So, Julie, I'll read it better. After one roller coaster, the years have been like a roller coaster. Is that what you mean, Julie? I think that's what you mean. And I'm with you. Yes. $100. Can we match, Julie, just to say, not only is it an incredible theatre company, it has been a state of being for the last couple of years. I give you an hallelujah for that. Look, Julie, I'm going to put $100 down for that one. Thank you. That's me, Jacinta. Diana Gray, $1,000 to match from Marcus and 5 Point Foundation. Hello, 5 Point Foundation. Thank you very much, Marcus. Michael Barr. Yes, Michael Barr, contributing $500. Thank you very much for that, Michael Barr. Lovely to see you here in this virtual world. I can't see you, but I feel you, Michael Barr. Explained in Irish. Sorry. Julie, it's getting more cryptic as the messages come along. I don't know what you were talking about, Julie. Please explain. $150 from me. Who's Paul? If someone matches, $600 to RCT with the matching equals one more spot for someone lucky enough to get on the program. Perfect. I love that. Okay, Roller Coaster Theatre, which is what that was. Bianca says, I'm going to match for $100. Thank you, Bianca. So $150. If someone matches, oh, I get it, because it becomes with your, so just one more $150 to go with Paul, and that's one more person who can participate in the masterclass. Kristen is there doing the good work. $100. Thank you very much, Kristen Mark, for that this afternoon, this evening, wherever you might be in your time zone. Apparently it's raining right around Australia, and for the first time, not where I am. $21,700. We say whoop to that. Wondering if there's any more to be thrown on the table at this wonderful point. It is the best way to spend a Wednesday evening. You will see that as this continues through this evening. It's joyful. $21,700 is a much better way to read that amount. Jerome and Jenny matching Paul, $150. Thank you very much. Paul B, as we should say. That's fantastic. And then together, Jerome, Jenny and Paul have created one whole opportunity. Thank you very much for that this evening. $22,000, Roller Coaster Theatre. We heard the wonderful Andrew join us a little while ago describing how important Roller Coaster Theatre has been in his life, but also what he's achieved and been able to do as a successful actor. $100 for Roller Coaster from the Morrison family. If another brother matches. Oh, I love a brother. Sam, where's the brother? $100, Ryan. Hi, Ryan, who's a new Roller Coaster Ensemble member. Ah, lovely to have you join us this evening, Ryan. We can feel you out there. Thank you very much. That's a wonderful, wonderful contribution for that. We're looking for the Morrison family to come in and keep the siblings balanced. Who had a coffee today? Michael will match 5 people, $100 from anyone who has had a coffee today. That is really exciting. Yes. Have you had a coffee? $100 will be matched up to 5, which is pretty good, let me say. So hopefully if you've had a coffee, you have the energy to type in. The Bowness family have said, yes, I love that idea, but let's just say $2,000 from us. Thank you very much, Bowness family. They're from Kelly. Wonderful, incredible. Thank you. $2,000 there. Oh, my goodness. I love those little, amounts that just popped in. Andrea's had a coffee. Hello, Andrea. $100. Thank you. Rachel English, $100 to match Michael because I've had many coffees today, but you only get $100. That's fair enough, Rachel English. Olivia has said, we've had enough for 5. The Joanne Parkinson Foundation would like to throw in $500, please, to say yes. Thank you very much. Very good for owning up to that, Olivia. Well done. Jerome Fink, $100. I had caffeine in my tea. That's from Michael. No, Jerome had caffeine in his tea. Of course. Oh, he didn't add it. It just occurs naturally. Chris Franks had a coffee. So $100 from her. Thank you, Chris Franks. Wonderful. And there we go. I've had 2 coffees, says Marnie. I'm the daughter, in-law from the Morrison family. Got to pledge $100. Thank you. Very good. I haven't seen the brother come through. That's all I'm saying, Marnie. I don't know if that means you're. I think we need to hear from the Morrison brother. $10 or $100 or $1,000 from Louise Burton. Agree a few coffees today. Louise, that is confusing emoji. You're going to have to clarify whether the emoji smile adds as a 0, because I don't know. Can you clarify, please, if that is 1,000 or 100? Both. Joyfully accepted and very, very grateful. Michelle says, I had a coffee, $100 from Aventum Travel and the Slack. That's Smith family. Thank you very much. I don't think, 100. Thank you, Louise, with the joyful emoji. Love an emoji there. $28,800, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. 29, we should say, because Louise' amount has just been added. In a moment, we will move on to our second organisation. But we still have some money to match in the pool. And quite frankly, we love a bar graph that doubles when you hope it will. So that would be fantastic. If you felt like, we'll just give you a couple more moments before we move on. We will do a second round. And I love those moments when you find thousands of dollars just under your chair. We are so close to the match funding. I had lots of coffee. $100 from Julie. Thank you, Julie. Love it. And then we see $29,200. Matching and doubles is so good. I feel the energy from Julie is very strong and very good. It's saying, come on, we can do this. Let's move on just a tiny little squidgy more before we celebrate the work that Jeffrey brought to us moments ago. I was going to give you out my phone number from my radio show, but that's completely irrelevant right now. Do not call that. You can text, though. That text line is there for you if you're feeling a bit shy, or, you just feel like doing it that way. That is also incredible, but it is fun coming through the chat box, getting to know each other in a whole different, strange way. All the, Space Invader characters that you are. Lindsay Lipson. What a fantastic name, Lindsay. $100 from Lindsay. Fantastic. And there's that number, 0447 655 245, if you would prefer to text. But it's so much fun in the chat box. Let's do it this way, if it works for you. 29,400, it would be good to get to something even, if you know what I mean. We're fairly even, but I mean, into that next little bracket is where joy can be found, but we're very grateful and it's very exciting. $29,400. We know that is going to do some incredible work. We're not all done. We're not all silent. Good on you, Fiona and Murdo. $100 from Fiona. That's fantastic. $29,600. I think I can just sort of tippy toe before we go into that lovely bracket where there might be a 3 at the start of that number. And it's nice and easy if you've had a coffee or if you just feel like throwing caution to the wind. This is how it is done. Exciting work that we're supporting tonight. Olivia, $500, and congratulations to Andrew for his award. Thank you, Olivia. Joanne Parkinson Foundation. And you've popped us over that beautiful $30,600. We know that money is going to be used in such an incredible way that will double and triple in its impact. All right, I'll give you one more second, and then we will move to our second program for the evening. We will come back to Roller Coaster Theatre. if you have all of that cash burning in your pocket, you know we love it so much. Thank you, Olivia, says Julie. Okay, I think it is time for us to move on to our second organization for the evening. Let's raise some funds for Jeffrey and ASA. The advocate is Blake Morrison, who is a previous cohort employee and is a data analyst, I should say, on the autism spectrum. Welcome, Blake.
Hi, everyone. My name is Blake. I started working at ASA in January last year. I'm actually a little bit older than most of the people working at ASA. I have an accounting degree. I've had a lot of jobs. But what I've found is it's never really mattered how hard I worked. I just quite couldn't manage to keep a job for longer than 5 months. So after many attempts at trying to maintain employment, I decided I have to do something different, or I'm just going to be doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, and that doesn't make sense. So long story short, I got diagnosed on the autism spectrum and was really lucky to find ASA. Since then, I've actually had the best year of my life. And with ASA support, I've actually just started a new role with a university research team. It's really awesome. Now, ASA offer an amazing supportive workplace. I've heard it described by colleagues as a second home, and I kind of feel the same way. Jeff and everyone he works with are the most understanding and helpful, genuine people I've ever met. Just to finish up, I'd like to say that I actually worked with Carter, and that coffee story, I hadn't heard that before, but when I was 17, I tried to ride the bus for the first time in my life. And as I got on the bus and I looked at the driver, my exact words were, "I'd like to ride the bus, please." So I didn't quite manage to ride the bus that day. But, with hard work and the luck of ASA. So really, I wish I had a workplace like ASA when I was as young as Carter and many of my colleagues. Now that this opportunity exists, I really want to help all my colleagues succeed in their work lives. They don't have to go through the cycle that I went through. ASA can actually help them, and a career coach will be an amazing addition to an already amazing work environment. That's why I'd like to donate $300 and encourage you all to be generous to this amazing organization. Thank you.
Oh, incredible advocacy, Blake. Thank you so much. It's just taken up the excitement of this to another level. So, of course, how we go about doing this. We've already received that wonderful donation of $300 from Blake. So nice to see the extent of these organizations and the stories. Lots of love. Julie's already kicked off by saying, so glad you are guiding your colleagues through your experiences. $300 from Blake as a first pledge. Oh, that's what you said there. Thank you for sharing your story, Blake, says Olivia. $500 from the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. Thank you. Luke, Terry family would like to contribute $200. Thank you, Luke, Terry, very much. Lots of love, Blake, for your wonderful advocacy. And we've kicked off nicely. 110 plus the cost of Carter's next coffee and Blake's next bus fare. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Helen Smith there. $100 from Kirsten and Glenn Ferguson as well. And ASA pledge, $150 from Michael Crome. Thank you, Michael, as well for that. And as I said, just kicking in there, looking lovely. Dane Stern would like to contribute $50. Thank you, Dane. And Debbie Dando, I should say, Dandon. I'm very sorry, Debbie. $500 from Debbie Dadden and family. $100 from Holly and the Murrays. That sounds like a great band, Holly. Holly and the Murrays. Perfect. You could go and do gigs up in Yarrawonga. $200 from the Austins. Thank you very much, Austins. $100 from Belinda Lewis, I should say. You've said that again. Yes. Goodness me. $100 from Anna as well. Thank you very much, Anna. $200, Helen O'Loughlin. This is so scalable and making such a great difference to people. Thank you, Helen. $100, Melissa. What a wonderful place to work. The future is bright. Belinda Thomas, who could be my cousin, but is not my cousin because she hasn't said so. $100 from Belinda. $200 from Susie Melhop. Thank you very much. $1,500 from Heather and Bill Webster. Thank you very much. It's wonderful. Josh Ackman would like to pledge $150. Love the work of ASA. $500 from the English Family Foundation. Thank you, English Family Foundation. The wonderful Smith Carrick family, $250 from them. Connor says, I would like to pledge $100. And we said, thank you, Connor. Michael Barr is having tech issues. That's unusual, Michael Barr, but he's pledged $500 if he can get a match from any spreadsheet lovers. That is the most evocative match I've ever heard. Boy, do I love a spreadsheet. $300 from Hannah Newbold. Thank you, Hannah. $500 from Bruce, Harvey, and Jim Young. Love a team. You know we do. We will match Heather and Bill with another $1,500 from the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. Thank you, Olivia, for the enormous generosity of the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. Incredible. $500 from Stacey Stegel. Thank you, Stacey. Tracy, not Stacey. I think I've had a long day. Tracy, $500. Thank you. $200 from the Nels if Jeff shouts Carter's next coffee. I'm going to just say Jeff will do that. Jeffrey is absolutely going to be shouting Carter's next coffee. Thank you for that, Jeffrey. Jerome and Jenny matching $500 as spreadsheet nerds. Yeah, you realize that that's where the joy is. We wish we were seeing you all in person. So in lieu of the canapes, we'd be serving those in Gadigal country, $1,000 from Mutual Trust. True. Every canape that you may have eaten. Brilliant, Tiara. Thank you very much. We've got the text number there. $500, Young Family. Thank you very much. $100 from Megan, for my brother on the spectrum. Great work, ASA. $300 from Helping Hand. Thank you. $100 from TFN Alumni Hotel Etico. Hello. Good to see you. Love your work. Go ASA. $100 from Bianca Stern as well. $100 from Julie, who loves spreadsheets, as Jerome knows well. Rod Chiapello, $300. Smiles. We love our mates with different and most powerful abilities. $23,420 in that wonderful little flurry of joy and mutual love. It's just a little chat box. It's, it's not grand. There are no canapes. You might have some Ugg boots on, especially if it's raining in your part of the country. But this is what we can do on a Wednesday night in our respective homes and maybe our workplaces. It's incredible. $24,000 That's how you say it. Olivia is there again. Wonderful. $500 from the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. We need lots of help with spreadsheets. This could be the most beautiful match in the world, couldn't it? Finding people that love a spreadsheet. Oh, Debbie Smith. Wonderful. $2,000 from Debbie Smith. Diversity employment gives us a richer economy. Yes. And Rachel English is just throwing down a little bit of love for the Joanne Parkinson Foundation's generosity tonight. Beautiful. $100 from Louise Burton. $150, Robert and Jasmine Dindus. Thank you very much. Incredible. $29,220 has been raised. Shiver Me Timbers, or $520. Incredible. I just love imagining that Jeffrey is there somewhere with wonderful Blake, high-fiving, getting excited, knowing what the potential and the future of this can be. $2,000 from Marcus for Anna, 5 Point Foundation. Thank you so much. Incredible generosity. And again, you know that these amounts are being matched, so therefore doubled. And with that still happening right up until $40,000, $33,520 for Australian Spatial Analytics. Just incredible to hear about the innovative work Julie says too many wows to mention. I know, this is what happens to me. I get a sore face from smiling with utter joy at the fun and incredible generosity that it is. This one is just a lovely reflection. Grateful to work with you, Blake. Your advocacy for the team and your mates at ASA is something to be very proud of. Well done. The Bonus family, I'm sure, would love to contribute $2,000. Wowzers. Oh, John Grenshaw. Hello, John Grenshaw. Love a good spreadsheet. $500. Love that. The Marinescence match with anyone else who doesn't know how to use Excel. You might get some more takers on that. $500. Good on you, Marnie. Yes. Does anyone else feel the pain of the spreadsheet? I'm a very basic user, but I love it. I just wish I had more skills. 39,520. Alex and Lara, 9 and 7 respectively, would like to contribute $100. We give you a special wave and a huge thank you for that massive generosity tonight, Alex and Lara. Thank you. It feels good, doesn't it? It's exciting to contribute in this way. Thank you so much for joining us. 39,720. My eyes are bugging out. Very exciting to be in that situation. You know, we're coming through for a second round. Very quick one. It's just a little splash of color if you decide that you would like to splash that color. Giving Hero Champions. So exciting. It's a wonderful program. The Kamla family, wonderful family, $500. Thank you very much. Incredible. And we've kicked over. Oh, is this... I was told there's going to be confetti cannons. I've got a feeling that that's what just happened. Did you see that tiny little sparkle of joy? You know where the confetti cannons are? In our hearts. That's where we needed it to be. The wonderful Ellie, is it? Yes, Ellie Hewitt. Love it when kids get involved. I will match their $100. Go, Alex and Lara. Inspiring people as well, Alex and Lara, with your generosity. $40,360. I'm excited because I know Jeffrey and Blake are excited. I can feel them. Rachel English said, and the spaghetti. What are you talking about? What's that? This oh, the spaghetti. Oh, did I say the spaghetti cannon? Something's wrong with me. I did have, the thing that we're all talking about. I wonder if it's made some permanent neural pathway impediment. $40,460 this evening. Australian Spatial Analytics. I think that is very, very exciting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lim Family Foundation. The confetti is there to say we got to that match funding here with the Australian Spatial Analytics, and that's incredible. Have a little dance in your lounge room wherever you are, because it feels good. This is done as a community, and boy, oh boy, we are powerful in that way. Okay, we will come back to ASA. Let's see how we can support Bianca and All Things Equal. Let's invite that advocate, Tabitha Lovett, the CEO of Besson Family Foundation, up onto the screen. She's coming. I can feel her in the back of my computer, making her way through to the virtual world that we're all in. It is painful sometimes. The cords. There we go. I hope she's okay with her journey. Yes. Hello.
Hi. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak on behalf of All Things Equal Cafe. It is one of the favourite projects that I've come across in my time in philanthropy. And actually this spot should probably be one of the staff members from All Things Equal, I've realised from listening tonight. But I met with Bianca a couple of weeks ago and we had a conversation about all the things that could be achieved at All Things Equal. And I got so inspired by all the opportunities and the different projects that they could implement to assist their staff, take on more staff, scale up, run a professional development training program, find places for the 45 people that were then on the waiting list, that I said to Bianca, can I actually be the person to be your advocate on the funding network? So I really hope that everyone here tonight will appreciate just how brilliant a job they're doing. And as well as giving your donations tonight, you can also go and visit the cafe, because of course, setting up a social enterprise, a hospitality cafe during COVID hasn't been easy. And Bianca and the board and the staff have just done an extraordinary job to keep operating through social distancing, lockdowns, all of the disruption. And I just take my hat off to them. So when I met with Bianca, she said that one of the things that they're really keen to do is to adapt the equipment in the cafe to suit the staff who are working sometimes with carers, sometimes on their own. There's a whole range of things that would help them be able to employ more people. And we were particularly impressed by the fact that the staff are remunerated and that they have that supportive environment. But there's also opportunities for them to go on to other workplaces as well, which means that there's more people who can be trained and also employed. So when I spoke to Bianca about doing it tonight, she said, all you have to do is speak about why you think All Things Equal is such a great cafe and a social enterprise, and then just pledge $300. And of course, working in philanthropy, usually you're making recommendations to other people to support charities. But in this case, I said, oh, that makes sense. I'll be the person who actually makes the donation. So I want to kick it off with $300 and ask everybody not only to think about how they can support the cafe with their donations, but to go down and visit and be patrons at the cafe. So good luck, Bianca. You've done an amazing job.
Thank you. I'm so glad you made it through all the technology to get to us, Tabitha. Wonderful to have your support and your advocacy. It's excited people already so much. We've already got some wonderful support coming through. Dane Stern, $100 for All Things Equal. Helen Shapira and Sam Blum, $360. There is also $100 for each of the three charities. Thank you very much, Stephen. That's wonderful. I'm sure in the back end we might be able to work that out. Thank you very much. And Zach Blum, $250. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. The fantastic job of everyone's celebrating the work of Tabitha. Wonderful to see a bright, shiny human through a computer screen. Strangely transferable is this energy. Debbie Dadden and family for All Things Equal, $500. Thank you. Tiara, $100 from the Austins. Thank you so much. And again, you will remember that we have got match funding all the way up, $20,000 worth of match funding. From, an incredible, the Phil and Marianne Stern would like to contribute $350. Thank you so much. Thank you. $100 from the Wright family. Certainly right. You are indeed wonderful. $100 there. Really appreciate it. $250 from the Smith Carrick family. I love your choice of just a gentle little emoji, signaling joy, not going crazy, just having a lovely time. $150 of Ventum Travel and the Slack Smith family. Thank you very much. That's Michelle Slack Smith. $400 for All Things Equal. Helping Hand. Thank you very much, Helping Hand. Bruce and Cleo Young. Can't wait to visit. $500. Indeedy do. $400 Hannah and Will Newbold. Thank you very much. Kamla family. $500. Thank you, Sean Kamla, for that. Really appreciate it. $7,720, just like that, because as we've said, it is being beautifully matched. Jerome Fink and Jenny Brigg, a very good team. $100. If I can get others who frequent cafes to match, indeed. If you go to a cafe, I think that would be almost every single person who is with us this evening. $100 from Clementine Abbott, who is 10 years old. Clementine, you get one of these human confetti cannons and also spaghetti cannons, which is what I unleashed moments ago. Well done, Clementine. Thank you so much for your generosity. Belinda's not my cousin, but I'm sure she's lovely. She's lovely. I'm sure you're lovely. You guys must have lots of fun. $100 from Belinda. We could try if you want to be my cousin. $100 from Chris Franks, who loves this project and also loves coffee. $100. Thank you, Chris Franks. $100 from Kirsten and Glenn Ferguson. Thank you. The English Family Foundation, and we're going to pay a visit to the cafe in a few weeks. $500. Thank you very much, English Family Foundation. $100 from the Comastri family. Thank you. Olivia, $500, and we'll go and visit for brunch. That's from the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. This is actually making me very, very, even though it's late, I could go a coffee and some brunch right now. $11,920. Holly, thank you very much. $100 from the band Holly and the Murrays. Such a good band. We're going to come and see you. You could play at Everything Equal or be the opening act for the Roller Coaster Theatre, or you could get some data analysis on how well the band is tracking on Spotify. There's been a text pledge. Thank you for $120. If you want to do it, 0447 655 245. Diana Gray, $1,000. Marcus, from Marcus, thank you, because my parents are addicted to coffee. Just out them. Yes, I know a few people like that. Let me say $1,000 from Mutual Trust. And we'd like to see some matching from people who are planning an Avo toast down at All Things Equal. Don't smash it, because you can't get a house if you do, but just keep it nice. Avo toast is the way to go. $1,000. Thank you, Mutual Trust, for that. If you're going to go and have some Avo toast, this is the time to declare it. $100 to All Things Equal. Having run a cafe in Dublin. Hello, who's this? Hang on a second. I've got to move my little thing. Appreciate the hard work involved. Well done on making a difference. It's so hard to operate in hospitality in these times. Well done, guys, from Liam and Di. Thank you. Kristen Lark loves an Avo toast. $100. Thank you. We're going to match $1,000, Joanne Parkinson Foundation. I do believe that's an Avo toast match. Who would have thought Avo toast would have made so much cash? $100 to my amazing dad. It is Liam. I thought so. Hello from Liam in Dublin. Great to have you join us again across the water. The borders are open. You can come and see us. We could meet you, Liam. How exciting. $18,960 is a very, very good start for this evening. And as you know, we'll be going through each of the organizations one more time to see if there's any money under the couch. The Mary Nissen family pledges $500 because a good brew will see you through. Love a bit of poetry. Throw it in. Very good, Mary Nissen family. Did we see the brother in the end? I'm confused about that. Marnie did well. We would love that. Yes, it's an official invite to the two of you when we get the canapé situation back on and running. $100 Avo toast match from Rachel English. I'll have an Avo toast with anyone any day of the week. We just got that. Did we? We got the confetti thing. That's good. $20,000. It's a benchmark. It's a beautiful benchmark. $20,160. Fantastic to have the spaghetti cannon. Confetti's good. But is there any way we could get a spaghetti cannon to celebrate when we reach benchmarks? That excites me in a way that is, if you like spaghetti, how about you pledge? Thank you. You're going to try and do a spaghetti cannon. Like, seriously, how great. Open up that we know, because the confetti could be an environmental issue. $20,160. We will come through again and see if we can add to that. I will wait a moment. Oh, fantastic. $400. Jerome Fink, thank you for all those missed coffees in lockdown. It is one of the sweetest things, isn't it? Frankie and Charlie Slack Smith give $40 from our pocket money. This is the spaghetti cannon for you, Frankie and Charlie Slack Smith. Thank you so much. I know that's going to inspire more. That's what I know about that pledge. Thank you. That's so generous. This makes sense. Marnie is actually making good of the missing husband and Maren Nissen brother. I knew you were a good sort, Marnie, so we'll give you the benefit of the doubt in that you're advocating for him. Thank you, Marty. $100. John Grenshaw, $500. Thank you, John Grenshaw. And you have Charlie and Frankie. You have inspired Julie to match your funding for $40. Thank you so much. All right, it's almost time for us to take a deep breath and do it again. Although I love the bonus family foundation who say no, not quite yet. $1,000 that takes us, and as you know, doubled up. We go to 24. Oh, it feels good. I mean, really, let's go there. Emily Wright has matched $40. Thank you, Emily Wright. Marty's let us know that the brother and husband, who we are giving the benefit of the doubt to, she's here just like, doing the right thing, supporting the community, active. He's at the pub. I think he needs to give us the cost of the Palmer for tonight. Frankie or Palmy? That's what I'm finding out, that around the country it's described differently. Frankie and Charlie, Cleo will match $40 too. This is a crew. We call you a matching crew. Thank you very much. $100 from Louise Burton. Exciting employment opportunity. Absolutely. Sophie and Zachary Lark will donate $50 from their teenage pocket money. That is exciting for everyone else to see here, that when you're a teenager, there is more money in that pocket. Thank you, Sophie and Zachary Lark. You got a good mum. Good work. This is getting a little emotional. Lily and Mia will match Cleo's $40. So that's $80 more. You're getting the spaghetti cannon. Surely there is, giving heroes. Watch out. There has to be an emoji for that, isn't there? Or whatever they call them, a GIF or something. 24,860. It hurts to smile. We need to move ourselves through this process. Are you all done? That's what they say in the professional world. I see. Harvey and Jim Young can skip their pocket money with another $80 to match their cousins. Yes, nothing like cousin rivalry. Good work, Harvey and Jim. Well done, Frankie and Charlie. Good family. The Lim family, we've always said it. If you're a Lim, you're a good sort. I couldn't think of a rhyming word. $100 from Eve Cates. Yes, 5. Who says everyone should be able to get a job. There you go. Oh, this is so much fun. Healy can skip 2 weeks for $60. Thank you, Healy. Thank you, Helen. You're getting the spaghetti cannon. I'm sorry. There's really not a spaghetti cannon. But thank you. What a crew. Lily, Mia, Cleo, Jim, Sophia, Zachary, Healy. I don't want to forget anyone's name here now that I've started. Frankie and Charlie, of course. Emily, and the other, where's Jim? Jim's. Harvey and Jim. Well done. Very, very good. Okay, 25,340. I mean, it is simple with the doubling to get us to a significant amount so that when we come back again, it's just like, easy and wonderful. But I love you, and we're here. $25,340. It's very exciting, all things equal. It's all the wonderful work that they are doing. Free coffee on ATE for the next $200 pledge. Come on. That is so compelling. Michael Barr says, $1,000. Thank you, Michael Barr. I love that you're don't love it, but that you're having technical difficulties. So you need to work through the paradigm of Julie. $27,340. So exciting. We're so close. I'm sorry. We're going to have to put a 3. We're going to put a 3 on it, if that's okay with everybody. It won't take us long because, as you know, the wonderful Lim family is matching every dollar until we get to $40,000. $250, says Zach, for ATE. All things equal, of course, that means that. 8. How beautiful is that it works out to be the past tense of eating. Metaphors running around wild. 27,840. Thank you, Zach, very much for that. So close. Duggan family, thank you. $250, which becomes $500. $28,340. So close. It is so close. And Wonderful. We'll come back in a minute, but just, I can move on, but do you really want me to? Just wondering, just asking a question to a couple of friends. 5 free coffees from Michael Barr, says Bianca. Isn't that lovely? Okay, and Zach and Duggan family too. Okay, 28,340. I'm walking back slowly, just about to say that it's time for us to go back to the start very quickly, just to make sure everything is done. Thank you. $100 from the Lim Stafford family. The goodness of the family. There we go. 40,400. Oh no, $28,540 for all things equal. We're at $99,600. That is where we at. Roller Coaster Theatre, $30,600. Australian Spatial Analytics, $40,460. And all things equal, $28,540. So let's quickly do one more round for each of these incredible programs as quick as we can. No messing about. Roller Coaster Theatre, $30,600. What can we do here? As Julie says, so close, she can't cope. I can't handle Julie not coping, and that we know that Liam is out there worried that his daughter can't cope. I can't cope with Liam, not coping with Julie, who can't cope at how close we are. $30,600 for Roller Coaster Theatre. Is there a little bit of cash in the bottom of the bag? Just go through, scurry on. There's no more coins these days, so you've got to go through your electronic purse and see if there might be something there. The wonderful work of Roller Coaster Theatre, who I know work hard, work creatively. There's passion and love with that theatre company that is going to resonate for more people. Rory and Phoebe White, very good, aged 9 and aged cool, because Roller Coasters Comic Con is our favorite film. Yes. Thank you very much, Rory and Phoebe. $100. Excellent there. And as you can see, doubling, we've got a double right up until $40,000. It would be wonderful to see if we can match that funny. Julie says $100 from me just for that. Thanks, Jacinta. Love Roller Coaster. Absolutely. Phoebe's 8 years old. Thank you, Phoebe. Very, very good. But also your age is cool. Don't even worry about that. For Roller Coaster, Beluga Foundation is putting in $2,000. That's where we get excited. And then bang, $35,000. That is just so wonderful. Hannah and Will Newbold, thank you very much. $100 from you as well. I can also scream at that because it's absolutely worth it. Thank you very, very much. $35,200. We know we have match funding right up until $40,000. And we are so close to that. Rachel says, surely we would have gotten through another few bottles of wine in person. I know. Another $1,000 from the Mutual Trust. Can we get any matches of someone with a wine in hand? That is like, without doubt, $1,000 if you're holding a wine, a champagne, Aperol Spritz, a beer, or if you are Marnie's partner, a Palmer at the pub. Wow, Beluga Foundation, thank you. And welcome to TFN. Yes, lovely. It does feel like we're seeing you. We're not. We will at some point, but it is wonderful to do this still in this virtual world. Rachel, you got me. Does that mean, Diana, that you have matched $1,000 because they are? Thank you, Diana. There's $1,000 there. Ali Lim, no wine, but $100. Roller Coaster from the Lim Stafford family. Thank you. This one from Clara. I would have been drinking that wine for sure, Rach. $100 from the Austins. Thank you very much. We would have really enjoyed that. Imagine the days. I don't think they're that far away when we can be back together again. But again, I'm going to miss these times of virtual community where on a Wednesday night, you know, I've got party down the bottom. I tried to wear a polite shirt for you in my home. Diana and 5 Point Foundation, Julie says, thank you so much. As you can see, the closeness that we are to matching that funding at $39,600 is almost physically painful. And again, we don't want Julie to go through anything that might hurt. So if you can help us, we say thank you. We know how much work is going to be done with this money. We're excited. We can say, yeah, I knew Andrew back in the day, you know, when he was already a bit famous, but now, thank you, Olivia, we can fight $400 from the Joanne Parkinson Foundation. Thank you. $1,000. Oh no, hang on. That has to happen later for all things equal. So hang on a second, mutual trust. We'll come back. $100 from Louise Burton. Thank you very much, Louise. $250 from the Marinissans for the wines we've consumed tonight. Too much excitement. It is exciting, isn't it? It's ridiculous. I don't know how this virtual world feels like we are all together. $40,550 is very exciting. Is there any more? Tucked up your shirt, in your pocket, under your hat, in the drawer, in your lounge room. We will move on very quickly. This is just a very quick round. It's wonderful to see that the incredible contribution of the Lim family. I think I must have missed the spaghetti cannon. Did I? It would have come up. Where was I? I got to do one of these to make up for the fact. Oh, Deborah Harris, are you joking? What? $5,000 from the Harris Foundation. I love those moments. They're just so priceless and exciting. Deborah Harris, Harris Foundation. That takes roller coaster. I love it. I love that you're not joking. Oh, Julie's going to have her heart stopped, but you're allowed to hurt Julie in good ways, not bad ways, but good ways are fine. Thank you. Thank you so much, Harris Foundation. This is why it's so exciting. Oh, $100 from Stephen. That was pledged earlier. Thank you so much. I should bring my Ventolin inhaler to these evenings where I'm alone. The whole family's out. Although you will know if something happens. You can call someone for me. Very, very good. Thank you. So that's $45,650. I know I get funny like this because it's like, oh, we're so close now to another figure. But I will sort of have a moment of gentle reflection. I sit here. If I close my eyes and I open them up again and there's something there, that's all good. If there's not, we say, oh my goodness, this is going to be so exciting when we get to see Roller Coaster again and see how they feel about that. But I'll close my eyes, a moment of gentleness as we say, thank you for all your support to Roller Coaster Theatre. Oh my goodness, $45,650. The spaghetti cannon is out again. Worst dance. I could have thought of something better. Now I'm stuck with that, which is like not good. Congratulations. So exciting. We'll speak to Sarah in a moment. Australian Spatial Analytics at $40,460. Is there more that you would like to contribute to what you see as being an incredible way to provide opportunities to highly skilled workers who can make an incredible difference with this model of workplace, who understands value of people beyond stupid stereotypes, and who is capable of supporting them beyond the workplace. We heard from Blake. We loved hearing from Blake. We loved hearing from you too, Jeffrey. Australian Spatial Analytics. I've worked myself up into a lather. Is there any more? We're already at a wonderful place of 40,460, but I know it would be wonderful if we could ensure that what we know will be a hugely successful model of business. Wow, the text line's on fire. We've just got $3,000 to add. Oh no, we'll do that in a minute. Not to all things. To ASA. I'm going. All the acronyms are making me confused. Yes, $3,000 to ASA. Thank you so much to the wonderful text line. $100 from Chris Franks as a proxy because she loved this project. As have we all this evening. So proud, so excited. $43,560 for Australian Spatial Analytics, which is ASA. I think I am tired. Let's read the number out again because apparently it's the de jure way to go. 0447 655 245. But we like it when you do it here too because it's so much fun. $100 for ASA from Lim Stafford family. Love you, Lim Stafford family. For your participation in this. $43,660. Gets exciting. Michael Barr. he is saying $500 from Michael Barr, who wants a match from anyone who thinks the NBN is challenging at best. Your polite language, Michael Barr, is to be admired and needs a match for it. Thank you. $100 for ASA from Louise Burton. Thank you. Another $500 for ASA from the English Family Foundation. I love it. So exciting. We can call that a match, but I think we need another NBN match. 44,760. You know how Julie feels about numbers that don't quite make it to their potential, and I don't want her hurt today. $200 from the Austins. Thank you, Austins, so much for that. Getting so close. $44,960, and we thank our wonderful giving heroes as well for what they've been able to do and help us do tonight. It's so exciting. Okay, when it slows down a little bit, I get into a reflective mode and I say, we are very lucky and we are very thankful. Is there any more? I ask you with my eyebrows raised. Thank you. We will match the English family. $500 from Joanne Parkinson Foundation. Thank you, Helen Tussler. $40 from Helen. Thank you so much. Look at this. Hannah and Will Newbold have said, no, we would love to give $100 more. Thank you. Takes us to 45,500? 600. Almost exactly what we have previously, which is just beautiful numbers. We love numbers. We love what those numbers can do. Numbers are powerful. To all the little junior burgers out there in computer world, yes. Go, Hannah and Will. Thank you very, very much. Okay, are we all at a good place? Well, I do the same thing I did last time. It's a new moment for me where I get gentle, close my eyes, open them up, close my eyes, open them up. Yeah, we're good. We are beautifully good. We are incredible. $45,600. I really feel like I can feel Jeffrey's pumped about this. We'll see him in a moment. And Blake, I feel like there's going to be a lot of joy. Thank you so much. Now, there were some pledges for All Things Equal moments ago. We have another opportunity just quickly with a little rapidy-do to see what we can do. $28,540 for All Things Equal. Have you got some extra coins, virtual? They could be bit. I don't know how you roll in this modern world. But perhaps not Bitcoin yet. We're not set up for those sort of transactions at this point. But if there is anything that you would like to add to the incredible amount that's already been raised, $28,540. We've still got some match funding to go, so you know that any amount that you put down will double from your contribution. $100. Thank you, Nicole, so much. $100 for All Things Equal there. Thank you. $28,740. See the double effect. It got me every time. We won't spend long here, so if you do have some money, tippity type, hold the wine in one hand, little right hand activation. Rod Chiapello, thank you for $100. Really appreciate it. Alice says, sorry, that was me. Let's make it $1,500 for All Things Equal from Mutual Trust, because I obviously need more coffee. No, Alice, you are incredible. Mutual Trust. Wow. And as you know, doubled. That was a $3,000 experience that we had. Thank you as well to the Lim family. On TFN's 9th anniversary, I would like to add $100 to All Things Equal, but buy my team a coffee in thanks. Oh, thank you, Julie. $31,940. Let's do Julie some joy here and get us to some even numbers. We will move on really quickly. We've had a really good night. It is exciting, isn't it? As I say every time, this should be a TV show of its own. Just having a chat with pretend people who are real in the real world, making real world differences, which is very exciting. Okay, are we all done? Oh, we're not. Isn't that wonderful? $200 to All Things Equal from Louise Burton. Thank you. $900 to celebrate TFN's birthday. Joanne Parkinson Foundation. Thank you so much. Deborah Harris, you have a way. You do. $5,000 from the Harris Foundation. This is where I'm just like, what? It's incredible. It makes me want to cry. It's so exciting. Ah, that's just wonderful. Thank you so much. That takes us to an incredible $42,170. $200 from one of my family members who said I spoke too quickly. From Tabitha. You didn't, Tabitha. You were just exactly what we want in life. Joy, passion, excitement. Oh, so much fun. Missed the Austins. I'll scroll back. $150 for all things equal. Thank you, Paul B. See you there. From the Browness Family Foundation. $1,500. Wonderful. I love seeing Julia Lim there saying yay, because it is so exciting. The Lim Family Foundation. Oh my goodness. $100, the wonderful Hannah and Will. We really appreciate it, Hannah and Will. What an incredible amount of generosity. $44,120. Wouldn't it be nice if they all said 45? That's just my feelings. You don't have to feel the same way that I do, but I really feel like that. $44,120. Just about to move on and say thank you and see excitement. This is the other bit. We get to see everybody. We've imagined how they feel. Oh, $500 from the Mary Nissen family. How good is collective giving? How good is collective giving? That is the understatement of the century, isn't it? It is so much fun. And we thank you. It is so gratifying. It feels like, the world is at such a much better place than we're always told it is. $44,620, very close to that magic 45. Numbers, feelings. We've raised $135,870. It is true, the magic of collective giving. It's not good for your face, but it is good for your heart. And that's the main thing. $44,620. I'm tentatively, look, I'll do this again. Just gentle reflection over my eyes. Oh, see? And then over my eyes, $380 from Joanne Parkinson Foundation for the magic number. You are the magic number, $45,000. Thank you so much. That's exactly what we wanted to do. I say thank you. Oh, my goodness. And again, this is the most exciting part of this, where we get to celebrate with the wonderful people that we've heard from tonight, that we're excited about tonight. It is incredible. $136,250. And again, doing this together, the power of it, the positivity, the incredible impact that it has is not to be underestimated. And I hope all those little legs out there who are participating and adding their incredible contributions feel wonderful this evening for what you have inspired. Now, we also know that our network has lots of valuable skills and expertise to offer. And tonight, the three projects have identified 2 pro bono and in-kind asks each. Rollercoaster Theatre is looking for support with updating our website, part-time admin office space in inner city Melbourne. That would be great. ASA needs help with a grant writer to help ASA grow, and 2, impact measurement advice. Oh, imagine getting to hang out with data analysts and talk about impact measurement. I don't even know what it means, but if I could be in the room, I would love that. And all things equal are on the lookout for support from a business strategy expert, and also support from a PR marketing specialist to help develop a PR roadmap. So if you have talent and time to support or want to learn more, you can click on the polls that have just popped up and you can pledge your expertise now. There we are, just down the bottom there. Okay, I feel like we are going to do that in a moment. Yes, to make it easier for you to connect and engage with our pitching organisations, we've launched a partnership with Communitea, a crowdsourcing platform that connects, engages and mobilises volunteers to support nonprofits. So we invite you to join our Communitea community and offer your expertise to TFN's alumni, which is really exciting to see. Now, let's bring back our presenters one by one so we can hear what impact these funds will have on their program. Roller Coaster Theatre, Sarah joins us, and we say, we really hope that $45,650.
My whole face is hurting, and I, for once, have no words to express just how much this means to our very small company. It's really hard to get funding for the arts. It's seen as a bit of a luxury, and what we do, we don't think is a luxury. We think it's really important, and it's so heartwarming to us to hear that you all do too. Thank you so much to everyone for those incredibly generous donations, to the Lim Family Foundation and to TFN. What an initiative this is, and to Jeff and Bianca too for sharing their stories, which have been completely inspiring to us. And to you too, Jacinta, you're a ripper. This has been utterly amazing, and we're so excited to get this really important project off the ground. We've been wanting to do it for years. Thank you.
It is so exciting. Congratulations. And I know everybody's excitement and what they have pledged is a pledge of absolute confidence and excitement in the work and the change that it will make. Thank you, Sarah. Lots of beautiful messages coming through. How exciting. We get to say congratulations, Jeffrey, ASA. Of course, Blake is there as well. $45,600. Jeffrey, what does it mean?
Thank you, everybody. It is just awesome. It's hard to follow an actress, but we are overwhelmed. Like we got our 6 months, which is what we asked for. 6 months for a career coach. You know, we've got such an awesome team and cohort, but you know, they've got huge careers elsewhere, and we really needed someone to focus on that. And I'd just like to do a special shout out to Blake, who just did an awesome job. And I hope you guys got some insight into some of the stuff we're doing. He's a kick-ass data analyst as well. And then Sam, who has been, she's our operations manager, and she's been taking the all the slack of what the career coach should have been doing. So it means she might actually be able to sleep now. So thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
You've made
the team are wonderful.
A huge impact. We really appreciate it.
So exciting. And to you, congratulations. Like it is so exciting for the industries more broadly as well to see this work and to see the value in the way you are valuing your employees. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. Good luck with Australian Spatial Analytics. I know we're going to hear a lot more about it.
We'll go pop the Bollinger.
Yes. Wonderful. And now we get to say to Bianca, congratulations. What an exciting evening it was, all things equal. If she's there, I hope we get to see her little shiny face of joy. All things equal, raising $45,000 on the knocker, which is a feat in itself. Like you need to appreciate how wonderful. Thank you so much for those beautiful round figures. Bianca had a hard time last time getting through the chords. What's it called? The NBN. That's what the problem is, Michael Barr. We can't get through. Here I can feel like she's coming, swooping in somehow. There she is. Congratulations. $5,000.
I am very overwhelmed and even more appreciative than the overwhelmingness that I'm feeling. But really, really thank you so much. We are such a new startup organization, and $45,000 means more to us than I think anyone would actually realize. I guess what's really important for us is that we're about building relationships. We're about collaborating with other organizations and other workplaces who want to see amazing things happen. So this is unbelievable to us. But if there's anyone else who just wants to come for coffee, come for a brunch, come see what happens in action, really, really please do reach out. And yeah, just so appreciative of this amount. I was not sure if we were going to get there, but we got there. And thank you.
You got there with absolute joy and excitement. Congratulations on your work. And again, it's the change that it makes in so many ways is just such an exciting prospect. Thank you to your work. Thank you to everyone that works with you as well in your business, Bianca. Good luck with everything. We'll see you there for coffee.
Yes, I know a good place.
Beautiful. Thank you so much to all of our amazing presenters. It's really incredible the work that we've been able to hear about this evening. You can fulfill your pledge now by clicking on that green button that you can see. I hope I'm pointing to it. Wouldn't it be good if that worked on your screen as well as mine? It's just popped up. You'll also receive a link tomorrow via email, or you can go to our website anytime. The sooner we get your pledge, obviously, the sooner we can get it to the program. So please don't delay. When you fulfill your pledge, please consider an extra contribution to the funding network. Any gift, large or small, it will help us to continue to run events like this. And tomorrow we will send you a link to tonight's stream. The other great thing you can do is share this with your networks and encourage others to donate. We'll update you on the impact of your support over the coming weeks and months as well. So this little step has taken you into a family of organizations that will let you know exactly what your money has done. It's wonderful. Thank you once again to the wonderful Lim family, and to see you pop up as well, obviously at the beginning, but then throughout the whole evening. The Lim Family Foundation, thank you so much, Mutual Trust, and everyone who joined us tonight to support these incredible organizations. We hope to see you at our next event coming up on the 5th of April, 2022. So keep an eye out on your emails for further details. And until we meet again, please stay safe. Have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. It is just so wonderful. And we appreciate you sticking with us in these virtual events, because it makes a huge difference. We'll see you soon. Thank you so much.